Hopefully this can be sponsored by Purell Advanced.
I think it's just Purell.
Purell Advanced hand sanitizer kills the most germs.
Compared to what? All right, I hope my computer doesn't die. This is going to be a hot.
All right, are we ready?
Let's go.
Hit record. Recording?
Again. Oh. What are we doing this week, Leah?
Wait, this is so exciting. This is the first time that our vast audience has seen us.
Except for that one picture of us standing. We're social distancing in that photo. Look at us.
That's so embarrassing. Wait, I heard it's now called physical distancing.
Isn't that just what Johnny said yesterday?
No, I saw a post about it today.
Water. Sorry, I have to get up and get my water.
Okay, wait, we didn't do our intro.
The intro. Do it.
Oh, wait.
Do the intro.
You have to say, you have to be here.
I am here.
Okay. Hey, folks, and welcome back to Elements to Analyze with
Kevin
and Leah.
This is it. This is our response to COVID-19.
Yes, it is.
I've gotten so many emails from CMU as an alumni. I'm like, why do I care what you guys are doing about COVID-19?
No, I'm getting so many from Worcester too.
But I guess it's kind of nice to be updated in some sense.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, I think it was better when it was new, but now it's like everyone's doing the same thing, so I can just assume that everyone's doing the same thing.
What do you mean the same?
Like everyone's online, all the students had to move out, like every college is doing like the same thing.
True.
Anyway, guys, this is Henry. That's Henry.
What's Henry?
He's a hamster.
What kind of hamster?
He's a dwarf hamster. He's about this big.
He's so small. Isn't he like a special like Russian dwarf or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Did I get that right? How do I remember?
I think he's actually a Chinese robo. No. He's Russian. Yeah, he's Russian dwarf hamster. Okay, I have a question. When you Zoom, do you look at yourself or do you look at the person talking?
That's a great question. I really hope this doesn't, wait, let me make sure my notifications are off so it doesn't like.
I know, I had to turn on D&D.
Whoops. Wait, that's a good question. Okay, so if it's a meeting, I usually put it in gallery view and I'm looking at different people. But,
aren't we in gallery view right now?
Yeah. Oh, you're saying right now, who am I looking at? I flip-flop.
Okay. I always look at myself. like I'll be in like a meeting of everyone and I'll just look at myself, even when other people are talking. Because I don't know, like I feel like there's just so many different things to look at. Like right now I'm looking at you. Mm-hmm. Now I'm looking at
myself. Very self-conscious about the fact. So like you're filling up your screen by like this much. But I'm like,
yeah, you're like.
But I'm like, what do I do? Sit here? This is weird. This is like.
I guess I'll sit back too.
Okay. Talk about.
So the Rona, it's been a lot. It's been affecting everyone and everything in different ways. But I guess we wanted to talk. Is my lighting like? Oh, okay. Maybe I should turn on. Is that?
Ooh, what a fill light. Changes the whole mood of this.
I don't know if I like that. I kind of like the ambiance.
Okay. So wait, this lighting is our original theme song of like whatever. Turn on the light. This is Ryan's theme song. Yes, okay. We're recording on the day we're releasing it. So this is up to date Sunday, March 29th. It's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Miss Ellen.
Yeah.
That's so great.
We are up to live date.
Finally, for a while, I'll let you guys in on a little secret. We were not recording on the day because
no one cares. I don't think they're like no one's.
I bet someone just fell out of their chair with surprise.
Unsubscribed. They're like, oh, how
They lied to us. No, because like we had travel plans, and we had spring break plans and things like that. So we had pre-recorded, but now we are live, up to date, and we are in the middle of the COVID-19 crisis. So yeah, I guess we kind of wanted to do a life update, but also how Corona affected us as grad students. And yeah, that's the plan.
I think we should start with, okay, so what happened, was it the week before? So our spring break was technically the week of like the 15th to the 22nd, for instance. So not this past week, but 2 weeks ago. And a few days before that, we got an email saying we are going to do online classes for 2 weeks, correct?
Yeah, until April 3rd.
Until April 3rd. That was the first thing we got, and then that was it. And it was like that for a while, and then it just got real bad, real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Because we.
And I have to say,
no, go ahead.
Iowa, I think, was a little bit slower in deciding things.
I'm wondering about that. You think?
Yeah, because I heard about other schools way before anything happened to us. Like, we knew it was going to happen, but they waited a little bit to tell us.
That's true. I guess that's true. But also, I don't think it was in, like, are you saying from Worcester?
No, just like other schools, like around the country, release things. But they also had earlier spring breaks.
Yeah.
So that's probably why.
Yeah, because I think spring break was the big fear of, like, everyone's going anywhere. Like, I was supposed to go to Qatar. I probably would have brought it back. It's probably good I didn't go because I definitely would have been the first kid to get it.
Oh, 100%. Like, and you would have spread it around the entire department.
Can you imagine if I had given it to Nicole? Like, she would.
I think that she would probably kick you out. Like, I'm not kidding.
I think she would ask me to leave.
She would never be able to forgive you.
She would wait because she couldn't, like, I'm pretty sure it's illegal, like, fire someone for a medical condition. Yeah. So she'd have to wait like 6 to 8 months and be like, we have to let you go.
She would be so mad. She would never be able to forgive you.
I think you're right. You're absolutely completely right. Okay, so
yeah,
that's what was supposed to happen, which I think even at that point, I was still hopeful. I don't know why, but I was still kind of hopeful that, like, oh yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks after spring break.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I thought we were going to be back in 2 weeks. I honestly thought, like, when they announced that we were going to go for the entire year, I was like, oh, okay, it'll be the entire year, but we'll probably be fine to live our regular lives within 2 weeks. Mm. And so, yeah, I was also hopeful.
When did we get that email? Like a week ago?
Probably like about a week and a half ago. I don't know. I can't, like, my sense of time is all gone now because my day's been the same.
Okay, so the week of spring break, Monday, we came into work. So we were all, like, you, me, Johnny were at work on Monday of spring break. And then we had heard about some rumor, who knows, like, there was a case at the building next to us.
Oh, that room, yeah.
And Nicole's plan was to test out working at home one day that week just in case, which made sense, right? Like, we probably should do that. So we did it the next Tuesday, and then since then we've been fully at home. So, like, since Tuesday, I don't know, was that the 17th or 18th maybe?
It was.
I'm going to go March 18th on that one.
We've been at home since March 17th. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then I think it was later that week. You came over at one of those days that week.
I came over on Wednesday. No. I came over on Thursday.
I think it was Thursday because Thursday is the day we got the email, and I laid down on the floor and freaked out that we were on line for the rest of the semester. Remember? Like, that was when we got the email.
I thought that was the email for research.
Oh, was it? Maybe? There's too many emails.
Either way, yeah, you did lie on the floor and freak out because so that was the 19th.
And we were, like, in our Slack group, and everyone was like, oh my God, did you see that email? And Leah and I just didn't get the email for about 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, I do remember that. Okay, yeah, that was it. Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, and I think that was that email. And then we got the research one later, which I'll give props. That was, like, a good, strict, straightforward email from the first person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I do admire the way that they gave us rules and they are very clear with the expectations in terms of grad students, in terms of our research. Teaching was a little bit vague, but we all came around in the end to figuring out.
Thinking, after talking to other people about, I think a lot of other people are so up in the air about what's happening tomorrow. Like, so we go back to school online tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized that I'm actually happy that we've had so many meetings, and like I think Kim did a good job of like making sure in terms of teaching, like I at least know what I'm gonna do.
For sure.
But I know it's supposed to happen.
Yeah. And like we've continued to have TA meetings and like group meetings, so like we're comfortable with the technology.
Yeah, that's true.
Which has been
a lot of other people haven't, I don't think, necessarily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, but honestly, I think the thing I'm most nervous about is like students. Are you reacting? Wait, can you do your green screen anymore, or is it still?
It stopped. I don't know.
Do you think that they did that on purpose, like Zoom, the company?
No. Do you think so? I don't know. I had a great stock of backgrounds. I'm really disappointed. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying, I think the thing I'm most nervous about is like students logging onto Zoom and then they don't have their camera on and they're muted and they just like, I don't know if they're there. Like,
you know,
I know there's something I can do about it, but.
If you don't want to learn anymore, be my guest. I don't care. Like, I will try as much. Are you going to send out an email to your students?
I already did.
I was thinking I should try.
But we were required to from Mona.
I think I should draft one tonight about like vague expectations and things.
Yeah. I basically was like, well, because they still have a quiz, like we do quizzes in lab. So they still have a quiz that's only open for the first 10 minutes of lab. So they have to come at the beginning anyway.
Oh, okay.
And then I told them, I was like, I would appreciate it if you took advantage of the time that we have together and don't just leave. And I would also appreciate it if your camera was on, like if you do have a camera, but if not, like totally fine. Cause like, I know some people don't want to do that. But yeah, I think it's going to be fine.
Wait, what are you guys doing for lab? Like what is a lab session now?
So, I mean, we're doing an online lab for the next 2 weeks. So they have an online simulation that they have to do. It's that modeling thing I was doing. Yeah.
Okay.
And so like the lab time's still gonna be the exact same. So they're gonna log on at 1:30. I'm gonna give like how I normally do my introduction, what we're doing today. They're gonna take their quiz. We're gonna talk about like the chemistry behind what we're doing. And then it's gonna be up to them. Like if they wanna stay and do the lab, they can. Mm-hmm. If they wanna ask questions, they can. I will be available and like on Zoom for the full 3 hours.
Yeah.
But like they can pop in and out.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you doing?
In theory, we could, so the way our discussion works is that for the first 5 to 10 minutes, we do learning catalytics, which is this like question-based program where students answer questions individually, then they work together as a group, same questions. That will be different where it's now just a self-test where they could do it whenever. So that's kind of gone. And then normally we would break up into small groups and they just work on a worksheet together. So actually in theory, because there's this breakout room feature thing, it could be exactly the same. Like I could, we gather, we talk about like 5 minutes, see if they have questions on the learning catalytics. I set up breakout rooms. I put them into their different breakout rooms. They can ask me if they have questions. But the thing that kind of throws a wrench into it is they're all submitting one document per person, as opposed to, it used to be one document for a group. So now there's not as much like purpose in theory about working in a group, because you could just do it whenever you want. You could honestly do it whenever, submit it. So I think that's my fear, is that how are students going to show up? Are they going to come up and haven't done any of it? Or are they going to have done some and then they just want to ask me a question? I think that, I don't know what's going to happen.
So do they have to log on at a certain time? Like, are you keeping track of like?
No, at first.
Really, like the only way to know if they're still participating really is if they turn in that worksheet.
Correct. So it's more of them, it's kind of on them to be like, oh, okay, to me, discussion is a resource I need or want, or is useful, and they'll come and ask questions. But I know I think you're right. I think from talking to a few students, they do honestly want some sort of social connection. Like this is they want some sort of normalcy.
Right. And also, like, think about how weird it is. Like, they're not going to get lecture anymore, really. Like, I mean, it's.
Yeah. Ours is video. Yeah, everything's online for you?
Yeah. And so, and then I was thinking, what?
Is yours live or recorded?
I'm not actually sure. Oh, my OChem lecture?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't, to be honest, I thought that I didn't have to go anymore, but I guess I do. Well,
It's just weird.
I was thinking about, because we take biostats and we still have discussion. And I was thinking, oh, like, I'm really glad we still have discussion because we're losing such a valuable thing of like sitting in lecture and being able to be there. And so I'm going to take advantage of the discussion probably more than I would have if this weren't happening. So I think that students are going to show up.
Especially with things like office hours. Like,
yeah,
it's almost more accessible now to have office hours. And it's easier to get questions. Yeah, there's definitely some aspects that are probably better about a course, but it's still a hot mess.
It is. I'm excited to see how this first week goes. I think it'll be okay though.
Yeah.
And then, so I had a question and I can't remember what we were just talking about. We were talking about classes. How do you feel about, so the class that ITA has completely gotten rid of their midterm. So they don't have a midterm anymore. And to make up for it, like, they're just adding one more question on each weekly quiz. But how do you feel about assessments being canceled altogether?
Ours did too. So we got rid of exam 3. And I think it's just like they've moved it to like quizzes or something. So I guess it's still an assessment, but yeah, it's not the same at all. I don't know. I get it because there's so many issues with having a test where everyone can cheat. Like, yeah, I don't know. You just take away everything that was normal about it. Yeah, you could make it just harder, right? Like, you make it harder and different, so the questions you have to write more and things like that. But then you put stress on graders because we don't have graders as it is. And also it's unfair to students that they've never seen that kind of assessment before, and then all of a sudden do it, you know? So I feel like the right answer is almost to like get rid of tests like that. Or what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. But I do think it's unfair to not give them an opportunity to get more points because, like, those exams, people look forward to those exams as grade boosters, right? Or not.
Grade
boosters. But like, that's an opportunity for more points. So I don't know. I feel like there should be a good way to make up for that. And I don't really know if the course ITA really like handled that. Cause like the midterm, like they have lab reports and they have their little quizzes, but the midterm was where I think a lot of students were counting on points because it's a pretty straightforward midterm. It's so separated from the lecture that it's straightforward and like they are only tested on what the exact thing they did in lab was. Yeah. So I feel like it's very straightforward and I feel bad that they don't get that extra test. And now those points are just gone. So I don't know.
I guess you definitely have a point about like the lab class. Like lab reports are hard to get points on sometimes, right? Like it's a difficult and totally different assessment than a test. So you're right. It's almost unfair that students are missing out on that type of assessment. I guess for ours, like we only have quiz type things. So I didn't think of it like that, but you're right.
Yeah. But you know, I don't have a solution. Like we're in such a weird position that like we have to be flexible.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't know if other schools are doing this, but Iowa is giving students and even us the choice to pass fail classes. And
I've heard of. I think that's going to be a common thing. At least I would hope.
For like all schools.
Yeah, because I heard CMU. I think someone had mentioned to me that they're doing that there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. It'll be funny. What?
Does that mean we could just do that? Can we just do it?
I think so. I kind of just want to like pass all my classes.
I'll do it. I want to this is a good excuse.
I know. That's the other thing. I'm having such a hard time staying motivated. Like, I feel like I'm just on, like, school's out, summer, because, I don't know.
I felt like that I'm not ready for the fact that tomorrow is like normal or like back to work almost. It doesn't feel like it's supposed to be at all.
It doesn't. I
Because
know. I thought, oh,
what?
go on. I was going to say, when I was on my evening walk last night, I got so stressed out. I was like, oh my gosh, I have so many things I needed to do before Monday. I need a meal prep. I need to do all these things. And I was like, wait, I'm just chilling at home still, but it's still going to be very much like I still need to stay on my schedule. And I feel like because I feel more relaxed about it in my head, it's going to in turn make me more stressed because I have been so relaxed. And then once I kind of dive into the regular schedule of going to classes, teaching, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, I actually have things that I needed to do. I don't know. I need to be a little bit more productive with my time, I think. At least more aware.
Did you get, like, I got a few hours back in my life because of, like, now I don't have to go to lecture. Can you hear that? Can you hear the, like, I don't know, I think they're sumo wrestling upstairs. What's happening? Or they're fighting.
Can you go ask them?
I really want to be like, is everything okay?
Okay, I'm recording my podcast.
No, the one I was going to say is, like, Chem 1 lecture, like Principles 1 lecture. I don't have to physically go at that time. Like, I can watch it whenever I want. So that, like, is essentially 3 hours back my week. What else? Maybe that's just it. Maybe that's the only thing.
Biostats, it's recorded.
Is it? I wasn't sure. So he is recording? I really feel like I'm supposed
They're recording everything. They're recording biostats, the lecture, and the discussions.
I had no idea.
Do you read the emails?
I guess I didn't read it well enough.
It's like right there.
It was kind of long. Like, I do, like, when I get an email like that, I say to myself, if it's like X long, I'll read that right now. If it's like this, I'm like, okay, I'll get there eventually. Like, that's how I feel.
But yeah, one of our classes, the cognition class, we're only meeting now for half an hour as opposed to the 3 hours.
You're right.
So
yeah, that changes a bunch, right?
Yeah. Granted, I think it's going to be more work on our part to participate in like the discussion online, but it's still different than having to meet at a certain time for a long period of time.
Yeah. So our time is freer, which it seems to you is almost like stressful. Like that's stress inducing in a sense. Do you think?
I think it's stress inducing because I know that I need to be productive with my time.
Yeah.
And no, I don't know.
I think a large part of it is because like, it's almost like, yeah, we have to intellectually contribute in lecture and stuff, but like, it's not like you have to do any stuff on your own. You just show up, like you just go, like, as long as you're there, you're doing it right. But yeah, now like with discussion, so for people listening, they're watching now. We have to like have discussion groups and like questions that we're like answering and asking and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's definitely a lot more, like self-motivated work, I guess, which yeah, you're right, is difficult.
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting. I think the first week will tell a lot. I'm hoping it'll go smoothly. I'm hoping to keep my schedule as similar as possible.
I think that's the way to do that at this point.
Yeah.
That's all we can
But
do.
it is really nice. I was telling you guys yesterday, like, it is so nice to not have travel time anymore, because it would take me, like, taking the bus, it would take me at least 45 minutes to get to and from school. So like, I don't have to wake up as early. I don't have to, like, I mean, when we're done with cognition, I can just eat dinner.
Wait, raise my hand if I'm the host. No, I didn't say okay. But one thing I'd like to say with that, this is my thought. I thought about that today too. I was like, oh, I could wake up later, but I think you have to not, because I think like that time, I think we've talked about this. I'm essentially only productive in the morning. Like once 1 or 2 hits, I'm like, well, there goes my day. So I was thinking, I was like, oh, I could just sleep in because I don't have to walk. But I think to be a reasonable person, wake up at the same time and then just get stuff done then, sadly. I know it's the lame answer, but I think it's the right answer.
You think? Well, I don't mean like that much later. Like, I mean, like I would wake up at 7:30 as opposed to 6:30.
That's an hour. Like, what do you mean that much later?
Because then I can still get my day started by 8. And that's normally when I would, because normally, okay, I wake up at 6:30, I eat breakfast, I get ready.
Yeah.
And then I take the bus at 7:30, I'm there by 8. So it takes me extra long too. But now I can just still wake up at 7:30 and be ready by 8 because I don't have to go anywhere.
Okay. I don't know.
That makes sense. At first, when you're like really still, I was like, oh no, my Wi-Fi just went out. That's the other thing. Ugh, Wi-Fi's been so annoying, and I'm lucky I have it, but it's technically like I don't have it, honestly, because it doesn't work most of the time.
Bad?
What?
Is it really that bad?
Yeah, because I don't know. It's pretty bad.
You could go, apparently at Iowa, we have to tell everyone that. I don't know, is this common, the whole like parking lot Wi-Fi thing?
I don't think so.
So apparently you could go to the parking lot, pull up a chair, and there's free Wi-Fi in the parking lots now.
I
And
think we should just do all of our work one day, sitting in the parking lot.
6 feet apart from each other in an equilateral triangle.
I do have to go.
I was thinking palms. I know that Nicole said this one day, palms are her best friend. I think she's totally right. I think it's like the only reasonable way
100%.
to do something. I think I'm going to have to start being more cognizant about it, at least in the afternoon. I find in the morning I can do pretty well about like getting work done. But yeah, once 1 or 2 hits, maybe I should start palming.
Yeah.
She's one.
I don't know. I'm still gonna have a clear like 4:30 is quitting time. You know, like I'm just because I'm home doesn't mean that I'm gonna, unless it's homework. Like I'm not gonna continue to do research past 4:30. Like I'll do what I normally would have done if I was in school. And I don't want to. And I think I like follow a lot of like grads. Is my lighting getting darker?
I mean, the sun's going down, so yeah.
Not really. It's 4:42.
We also, I don't know when, there's no like timing on this, so I have no idea how long.
Well, Battycast starts at 4:15. Oh, but I called a little early.
Are you just like shading me about calendar invites? Every time, sometimes on the weekend, like we are like, oh, we'll do it a little bit earlier, or like we'll move it a little bit. So like I'll text Leah and be like, hey, is it the normal time? She's like, there's a calendar invite that has the right time, Kevin.
No, actually, yeah, I don't know actually how long it's been. Well, actually, I got an email right when we started.
We're killing it right now.
It was at 4:16.
Okay, so it's been 20.
Like,
all right, cool.
oh yeah. Anyway.
Okay, let's be happy about this. What are the things? Should we do Rosebud Thorn?
Yeah. No, let's do Glows and Grows.
I thought which
and
one?
Rosebud Thorn.
Which one is yours?
Both of them are mine.
No, I used to do Rosebud Thorn in my staff meetings back in the day.
No, I did Rosebud Thorn at camp.
Yeah, let's ask ourselves this. Who probably did meetings before the other?
I went to camp and did Rosebud Thorn back in like 2005.
Yeah, do you know how long I've been working? Since like 1997. I'm kidding.
I was born in 1997.
Oh my God, were you really?
Okay, either way.
Oh, okay, fine. All right, so which one's first?
Well, we'll do Glows and Grows of online, of like our new lifestyle, and then we'll do Rosebud Thorn to wrap it up.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Glows and Grows. So glows are something that are good, and grows are something that could use work or that we're not as excited about. Okay, so glows. For my first glow, yeah, like we said, like the travel time thing really is a plus for me. Like it's just so amazing. I can go on my evening walks now and not, because normally I would get home at 7 and then I wouldn't be able to go for a walk. Now I can just go.
Okay.
Okay, what's one of yours? Thirsty.
A glow. Like one thing that's been good. I've been a lot more regimented about working out consistently, and I've started doing it in the morning a little bit, which used to be a real big like.
Ooh, wow!
I actually could never do it before like 10 a.m. a few years ago. It's also because I'm getting older. that
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I can like do in the morning now. So I guess that's probably been good. But now I realize that like I probably shouldn't continue that during, so maybe this is turning into a grow or not a grow. I don't know. Can I continue this now? Because school starts. So like technically I should be working between like 9 and, I don't know.
You can, if you.
That's for another podcast. That's for next week. What was it? Yeah, jeez.
What?
All right, what's another glow? Should we do?
Another glow. And I think this goes for both of us. Talking to other people who we normally probably wouldn't have been talking to a lot more often, which is really nice. Because at least all of my younger friends are still in school, or like we're all in school because I'm younger. But
Yep.
But normally we would both, like, I mean, obviously we could have carved out the time to talk, which we should, and we do, but not to the extent that we do now. So it's been really nice because we're all in kind of the same position.
I was thinking today, so my high school friend, like one of my high school, we have like a group together, like a group chat thing. And she was like, guys, we should do a Zoom soon. And I don't know why that we have never thought to do that before. Like,
really?
That's what's interesting is that, you know, it's a group of like 7 or so people. Like usually, I mean, I missed 2 years of get-togethers when I was in Qatar. Like usually we maybe see each other at Thanksgiving or Christmas because we were back in Dallas. But now we're just like gonna hang out, and it was just so easy to set up. So it is nice to see that, and like I'm stealing that as a glow too.
Yeah, it is. I really like that.
So are we doing 3 of each? How many are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think also, I don't know.
Did you pick up any hobbies?
I have been making it strictly in my schedule to go for a run/walk, which has been really nice because it's really all we can do right now. So like, and I work up to that. So I'll be like, oh, my reward for finishing this is to go on my evening walk. And I have the time now to do that because we just have more time and we're more flexible. So that's been really nice. I really like that.
A glow is that I stole my computer from work.
Are you am I on the big screen right now?
No.
Oh.
Because, okay, so this is what happened is today I was like, okay, I'm going to go get the actual. So originally I just stole the monitor and then I just had 2 screens and it was just like life changing.
Oh, wait, you got your whole computer today?
So I just went back and stole my little Mac Mini thing.
You got everything.
But I did steal the second monitor, and I think I'm going to go back later today, take the second monitor. So I'm going to be like a 16-year-old in his grandma's basement with all like.
Yeah, with your games. Like your.
I have to confess.
Ugh, no, don't admit it to the world. Don't tell.
My friends made me start playing. Wow. I hate it. I've told everyone I've like Zoomed with recently, I've been like, guys, I have bad news. And most people are honestly just so disappointed.
Yeah.
I am too. Mostly because I like it. Like that's the issue. Is that I hate it. I hate it. I'm almost crying. That's a grow for me. Figure out how to get that back out of my life. All right, go for it.
I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just something so out of the ordinary for you.
I know it's not great. It's not great. All right, what's a grow?
Okay, so I have a question, and people are gonna judge me for this, but I've seen like so many things on social media about this thing called Animal Crossing, and I have no idea what it is.
A good friend of mine just said that she like downloaded something to play, and I made fun of her a lot. Because I thought Animal Crossing was like an old Facebook game from like back in my day, you know? Like, or am I thinking of
Farmville was a thing.
Farmville?
Yeah.
I thought Animal Crossing. Honestly, this is what I picture Animal Crossing is. Do you know the game Frogger?
No.
So like it's a road and you just have to like get across it.
Okay.
In my head, that's what Animal Crossing is. It's just animals like getting across a road. So I'm like, how could that be a fun game that everyone's playing, but I don't know what it is either. You picked the wrong person to ask.
I just see it all over, and like I have no idea what it is, and I feel so out of the loop because I just never played games. Anyway, grow. Okay, well, it's not really grow. These are just like negative thoughts that I have. It sucks to be like alone all day. Like it's really hard. And like I thought that I was gonna be fine with it because I like to be alone, but it's just really hard knowing that you have to be alone, but also knowing that if you do go out, like grocery shopping or anything, like there is a risk of going out. Like it's not even that like, I don't know. It's just, I just feel so trapped and so sad, and it's just been so lonely, and I hate it.
Yeah, isn't it interesting to think that no one's ever, at least in America, I'm sure, like not many people go outside and need to worry, but now we do.
Right.
Like to think that we've never had to go through that emotion of like, oh, like we try to limit the things we're doing outside. Like I would never be like, say I went to Trader, like yesterday I went to Trader Joe's, I got my groceries, I came back, and I had forgotten soap. And like I really needed soap. And like any other day of the week I would have been like, oh, this kind of sucks, but let me just go back out and get it. But I was like, no, I don't want to go back out for one thing. Like I have to wait until it's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
We've never had to do things like that before.
Right. It is
That realization.
pretty stressful to like live in, like,
Okay.
I wouldn't say fear, but like, just, I don't know. I think I also am a little bit more fearful than other people, but.
Yeah, this is a very unfortunate, terrible thing for already prone to anxiety people. Like
Mm-hmm.
that is just, I feel I'm lucky that I don't have much anxiety at all. I've never thought much about it. But if you did or do, and now we're going through this, like it's only worse. There's no way it's getting better.
I know. I can't even, yeah.
Wash your hands.
Okay, what about you? What's another one?
A grow. What's the one sentence summary of what a grow is?
Well, it's mainly for like if you do a presentation or something and you get feedback and something that you could work on. But we're doing it in like just something that you wish were different or something that's a little bit more negative.
Something I could work on is being more regimented about my schedule.
Same, yeah. Fair.
I mean, and I think I'll try hard this week to keep those hours, like, or maybe it makes sense to even like try to keep track of them in some way. Like, be like, oh, okay, I worked hard from blank to blank. Like, I feel good about that work.
Yeah.
And then also be realistic about, oh, I didn't do anything between 12 and 2 p.m. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is going to take a lot of self-discipline this next week. But at least we don't have group coffees every day.
How dare you?
What?
Diss the group coffee.
No, I think they're great, but after every day, nothing really changes, you know?
Honestly, that's what the sad part about it is. We get to the next day and you're like, what are you gonna do today? Go on a walk again. I don't know. Do a slightly different route than I did yesterday. I don't know.
I actually went on a completely different route yesterday.
I've been trying. Yeah, where did you go? Where was that lake?
Well, I went to the same park, but I walked around the neighborhood around there.
Okay.
What?
I don't know, it just sounds the same to me.
It wasn't. And it was 4-mile loop.
4 miles. Someone's getting fit over there. How about Corona?
I'm ready.
For what?
Fight her off. With my newly improved immune system because I'm being more fit.
Are you serious right now?
Mm-hmm. Actually, I forget what I was going to say.
Update. The Iowa River is probably going to just spill everywhere. It is.
Yeah. Wait, do you want to show the picture?
I don't know. Are you going to hold up your phone to the screen?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why people still like. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how the. Oh, look at that! Look at how well I can see that. With all the context. Oh, I can see exactly what that is. Oh, wow, that's really cool. Okay, it really does look like a lake. I'll give it to you. All right, fine.
Yeah, that's the Iowa River, courtesy of Kevin.
It was I'm almost sad that let me see how to phrase this. Like, I live right next to the river walk, like it goes right along the river. So that's the annoying thing, is that like that's always there. So I just do that walk, and like the only thing I could
It's
do
a really nice walk.
it is, but it's like I do wish there was something different about it each day, and sadly there aren't. So
Well, the height and the rate of flow is different
the height and the what are you saying?
of the river. Like sometimes it's lower, sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's slower.
I can tell you. I'll have to take a picture. I'll have to show you in the summer. But like, so the most beautiful building in Iowa City is this like, what's it? I don't even know what it is. It's an electric plant or whatever. And
I didn't know what you were talking about at first because I don't associate that with beautiful. But go on. I know what you're talking about now.
So there's these like columns that hold it up, right, like a building.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I moved here, I saw on it that there's like rings from like salt or like dirt and stuff. And I thought to myself, how on earth could the river get that high? Like, it honestly looked so high. And I was like, there's
Really?
no, like, get out of here. Like, there's no, and
But now it's that high.
it's that high. I'll see if I can find an old picture of it, and I'll send it to you.
Okay. That's bananas.
Website.
That's bonkers. I love the river.
Yeah, I don't know why you love the river so much. Is it all that Iowa has to offer? Is that why?
It's so pretty. And the way that it like campus is cut in half by the river. Like that's so cool.
Is cool. Like, it is so curvy, which is kind of like, it's interesting. Like how it gets from Coralville to here and all that.
And it's huge. Like the Iowa River is big.
It is. It's like the mighty Mississippi, but not. Thorn.
So something else I need to work on is I think I'm gonna even though I don't have to meal prep, I think I still am going to, because I find myself just like eating random shit that's like probably not that good for me. Whereas if I were to meal prep and kind of stick to what I would have eaten for lunch like during school, I think it'll be better.
Did I tell you I made granola today? And I don't know why I've never made granola ever in my entire life, but it's just so much better than other, like, it's just so good. I don't know why I've never done it. And it was so easy.
Did you put it with yogurt?
Not yet, because I just made it today. I let it
Cooling off.
Mm-hmm. So tomorrow my yogurt's gonna. Well, actually, okay. Here's the other issue. I already bought granola, so I have to finish that first, and then I'll go.
Should you eat the fresh one first, though?
It's a good question. I didn't think about that, but you have a good point.
Of course I do. Always thinking. It's pretty gray out today.
Iowa City's best talent is being gray. Like, honestly, it's just so good at being gray.
It is.
And every day it outgrays itself. But it was like last night was beautiful. Like, I just love, like, after there's some thunderstorm or storm, and then like all of a sudden it blows away and the sun's out. The clouds were just amazing.
Mm-hmm. It was really nice. I've concluded that like after thunderstorms is the best time to walk. It's like really humid, so it feels weird, but it's like the air's calm. It's a little bit windy. There's like little puddles of water on the sidewalk.
I like the smell is my favorite.
Yeah. Did you save any earthworms?
Did I save any what?
Earthworms.
No.
I was going to text you and be like, I challenge you to save like 3 worms, because there were a lot of them out. And I was like, no, he's not going to do that. So I was just like, I'm just not going to try.
Earthworm challenge for the internets, and then.
Yeah.
I had an idea today of, I wanted to see how quickly a person like us could get fake news to spread. I thought, you know how you've seen all these things about like, oh, because everyone's staying at home, whatever, a lot of what's like pollution effects have gone down, like river cleaner shit like that.
Italy with
a fake news thing of like the polar ice caps are freezing as opposed to melting, and you just take like a video and just like, when you think about it, all they do is they just show a picture of it and you're like, I can't see it melting. Like, I don't know what this is. So you show the same exact picture, but you'd be like, because everyone's staying indoors, there's not as much CO2 and the polar ice is freezing. Like, that's how far I could get. That's my idea.
That would be hilarious.
We'll see how it spreads from here, from all 5 people that listen. I think we lost our entire fan base. I think they're all gone. I don't know.
They're still here. Hello. Do you think Jaden's watching?
I love him so much. He's the funniest kid.
Yeah, he is.
What a great adult soul. All right, we have to do Rosebud Thorn.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and then we're going to stop it. Because it's been like 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think it was, but people miss us. I think that's the thing. Is that
I know. We miss you guys too. Okay, Rosebud Thorn. What's go weekday? Time period? Lifestyle?
Let's do the upcoming week, Rosebud Thorn.
Okay, but the rose and thorn have to be from the past.
That's true. Okay, fine. Okay, yeah. So it is a rose and a thorn from last week and a bud for the upcoming week.
Okay.
I'm still listening. I just have to get some show and tell.
Would you like to go first?
No. You go first.
Okay. My rose has been, I sound like a broken record, but my little walks. Like it's really nice to get out and see other people out as well. Like we keep our distance, but it is nice to like be out in nature and see people from a distance. My thorn has been, it's just been lonely as heck. Like it's just the worst. Also I forgot to add my rose was Johnny's birthday was yesterday and we brought him a present and we had to give it to him from 6 feet away. Yeah. So happy birthday, Johnny, if you're listening.
HBD.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Oh, HBD. HBD to the PhD, Johnny. And then my thorn was it's just really lonely. And then my bud for next week is, gosh, I'm not really looking forward to anything.
You gotta find something. April Fools.
True, April Fools. Probably.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like next week is the last week of social isolation before you can create isolation cells, right? Isn't that what I heard?
I got nothing. I'm the last person you should ask about this.
Because I think you have to be quarantined, self-isolated for 2 weeks, and then I don't know. Okay, well, I think my bud is just like seeing my students again.
Oh, that's
even though it's on Zoom. But yeah. Okay. Your turn.
My rose. I've been cooking a lot more. And this is the rose, is that this is like the first time in my life that I've had more than 2 types of leftovers in my fridge at one time. I like make something on Tuesday, I eat it that night, I eat it for lunch the next day, and then it's gone the next day, and then I make a new thing, and then but now I've just been like cooking new things mostly every day, and then I get to like today, and I just can eat whatever I want. And
you're eating like a king.
I absolutely it's amazing how I could do this all the time, but I just don't. And now I am, and I'm absolutely. That's my rose. My thorn is I just like hate how much time I have to spend on my computer now. I got I get like this screen time report thing, and it was like it was sad. But that's what I think is unfortunate, is that a lot of the time is from like Zoom and like stuff like this, which like I value, but it's just unfortunate that I have to stare at a screen while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate. But my bud is that my friend just sent me this, the Palestinian table.
Oh.
And it like looks beautiful. I don't know why. It just like is a pretty book.
It's very aesthetically pleasing.
And it's just, I don't know why, but it's just like, it's so simple. So like, here's a random thing. And like, I just like the way it's set up, and everything's in Arabic. So I can practice.
Is it a cookbook?
Yeah. So I can practice my little Arabic while I'm doing it. And there are a lot of dishes in this that I've always wanted to make.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's mine.
Yum! And
Woohoo.
now you'll have time to like make it.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Woo! Okay. Well, bottom line is that we're lonely as fuck and that we have to live like this for the
Maybe,
next.
I think what we should do is maybe we should let's take advantage of this time. And now we can start pumping out the guests.
Okay.
All we do is add a third person to Zoom. And
Yeah.
I think it's probably the easiest time. I don't have to buy a third microphone. There we go. Like, that's it.
If you think about it, like we could have been doing Zoom all along with guests. So like, but we would just be together.
Correct. Well, but now it'll be more fun. And people can know what we look like.
Okay, wait, we need to take another like thumbnail. So just like freeze how you want to be and it'll pop up on YouTube.
I know what a thumbnail is. I'm in charge of the YouTube account. Like, I know what it is. Leah, you look ridiculous. I'm not making that the thing. All right. That's it, folks.
Wait, no, I don't want to do that one. We'll take another one.
I'm not taking any. Are you taking some right now?
No.
Then who's
Here,
taking?
let me take a screenshot real quick. Okay, smile. How you want to do, how you want to be. You are not enthusiastic. Okay.
This is. It's fine. I think my room looks really messy.
No, it doesn't.
The thing is that I only have this many things in my room, but
That's your living room.
Yeah. In this frame, everything is in it. So it looks as though, like, you take this, you're like, oh, he's got all this stuff. He must have so much more here.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. But it looks, okay. Maybe I should put all, like, books out so they'd be like, oh my God, look at how much he reads. Like, okay, well, this is it.
I think I'm going to hang some pictures on my wall, like some more pictures right there of like wedding photos of like.
Who's wedding?
But I'm going to pretend they're mine. And from far away, you won't be able to tell that it's not me. Yeah.
Get a picture of like someone rubbing cake on someone's face. Like,
yeah. So my students are like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. And then I'll like zoom in on that while I go. Okay. Well, it's been fun.
Oh, this has been great. I'm glad we can still
Thank you all for watching. We really appreciate all the support. Please, Purell, sponsor us during this difficult time.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Be cognizant.
Be smart.
Bye,
Bye, folks. I won't stop it.